Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the house of Jin Shin. I'm so happy to be here with you, and we just already had a little live about strokes, and so I urge you to watch that. It's about telling somebody that they are beautiful inside or kind or something like that, and that's so important. I'm just repeating myself. It's so important, particularly at this time where we are physically distanced and you cannot see loved ones, and we are under strokes, and strokes are important to keep us alive. So give a stroke today to a loved one. And as Jin Shin Jitsu practitioners, we are all self-stroking when we give ourselves Jin Shin. And today I wanted to talk with you about the liver flow. And as the organs begin to manifest in the body, the lung flow is the first one. So the blueprint to become the lung flow is the liver. So on the cycle of the order where the organs come into being, the liver energy is the last one because it's the blueprint going into lung energy, and then it's the last one to be manifest. So when you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning every night, boom, 2 o'clock you're up, or 3 o'clock, that's the liver energy talking. Every 2 hours there's another organ function that takes the lead, and between 2 and 4 a.m. it's liver. So that's one of the signs. The emotion related to the liver flow is anger, and so a quick hold would be holding the middle finger. And so when you have a lot of anger from the past, or even anger and frustration from everything that's going on today, and things are not going exactly the way you like it, your liver energy may be burdened. And so a quick hold of the middle finger is very helpful. The element is ether, or ki, and it's depth 3, as we call it. It's the third cycle of energy, and it helps nails and ligaments. So I hope a lot of you are joining in right now, because we will start practicing the liver flow. And so I would like you to make yourself really comfortable. So you can lie down. I'm just going to show you, like, for example, like this. But I'm going to do this sitting up. So place the hands at the back of your head and see which energy, which safety energy location 4 feels tighter or fuller to you. So full means maybe that there's some congestion, or that you feel some excess stuck energy, congested energy, or there may be some tightness in there. And I already practiced this morning, so they are pretty even. I'm going to stay on the right one. And the right one, as we talked about 2 weeks ago, the right SEL4 helps the left eye. So this is an ascending flow, and very, very important to the eyes. So the first step is SEL4, back of the head, with the opposite 22. So just hold that for a few moments. Take a nice deep breath. And I'm just gonna make myself comfortable here, resting my arm on the couch. So you see, you can practice this anytime. If you're sitting somewhere or even watching TV. I very often lie right here on this couch practicing my Jin Shin, and I did a good amount this morning already. So the season is spring, and the day is today, Wednesday, which means that, no, that's not true. The day is Thursday. Apologies. The color is green. So I think I have something with liver today, because I thought it was Thursday and I'm wearing the color green. So in this way we can recognize in ourselves what we need. And these are all signs and ways of looking at ourselves and getting to know ourselves better and what's going on in our lives today. Now moving your hand to the 14 here. I'm moving it to the left 14, which is where the stomach and spleen are located. If you're on the right side, you're on the gallbladder and the liver. The left 14 tells me about how my body processes carbs, and I love carbs. I eat a lot of them, and I think they're good for me because my 14s feel pretty much in harmony. So all should be able to do this and move your fingers in there without it being tender. And if it is tender, then just gently hold it and stay there for a few minutes. This flow is very good if you have heavy menstrual periods, and the liver flow has to do with blood. The function is blood. So for that reason, it will help all blood conditions. And for our attitudes, as I said, it helps anger, but it also helps you to make decisions. So if you have a hard time making decisions, then the liver flow is really helpful. It helps our organizational skills, and if you notice people who are really bossy, then the liver flow is wonderful. Or just grab their middle fingers if they are too bossy to learn the whole liver flow. Or just show them the first step. And then we'll move to the opposite 1. Your hand is still on the 4. So the liver flow begins at the big toe and then moves up on the inside of the knee, very close to the kneecap. So we've had a lot of questions about knee projects, and so the liver flow is very helpful. If you have a knee project, then maybe you want to find that line where it's tight. So maybe it's right here on the liver line, which is close to the kneecap. Or maybe you'll find a fullness lower and you want to open that up. So just go in where it feels congested or full to you. Then it moves up on the inside of the leg through the groin and crosses to the other side. It moves through the lung. So the liver flow is also very important for the lungs. So if you have a lung project, then use the liver flow as well. It's an ascending flow, even though we are moving down, as you can tell so far. So in this way, you're helping the energy to move down, but at the same time, it's moving up. The liver flow is a toe flow, and toe flows are for the critical needs of the body. And now we're going to SEL number 5, which is right here, right below the ankle bone. And so if you're lying down, you can just do it like this. It's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, you can stay on the 1 and just stay there. Okay, so make sure that you're always comfortable, and remember even that the first step of the flow opens up the whole flow. The rest of the steps are facilitators. However, I always keep the integrity of the flow, as Jim Murray really figured out the number of steps and exactly which safety energy locations will open up the flow. And then we go to 7. 7 for stillness. It's where the exhale becomes the inhale, the exhale down the front, right at the tip here becomes the inhale. And so there's a moment of stillness because there is a space between the exhale and the inhale. So by now you're probably having a nice harmonious pulse. And now we're going to bring the energy back up by holding our 18, the base of the thumb. Again, helping the lung energy. The lung energy moves through here. So you see how all these flows overlap. And when you study them, you can really see how all the depths are connected and how they interact with each other. I see another link to transactional analysis here, you see. and all the transactions between each other and how they respond to each other and how they support each other, almost like a stroke system. Yeah. Very nice. So 18 also helps to calm the mind, so it's very good to sleep. And if you wake up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., then you want to do the liver flow before you go to sleep. Not necessarily to do it at the time you wake up, because then liver is already leading. So you want to do it at another time of the day or at night before you go to sleep, and then see if you won't wake up. When you give that organ function the energy that it needs and bringing it up to speed. It's always our body talking. And then we're going to move this hand from the 1-4 to the other side, to the other 4. And that's the last step of the flow. Very nice, very nice. So let's all hold our 11s to finish up here. Clearing the hip line and then the waistline and the chest line. So important that our 11s are open. Studying the organ flows again as we're finishing our textbook, which I'll hear about really soon. All the organ flows move through this area, either through the 11s or through T1. So the 11s are that important. And I remember that Mary Burmeister, when she would give sessions, she would spend a lot of time on the 11s, making sure that they are open. 11s help everything on the hip line and help the energy to ascend. And then the 12s helps to clear the waistline, which is where our human beingness lives, our waistline, our ego, our mind. And the liver flow is on the waistline. So here we're helping those organs again and those organ functions. And then holding the 4s, clearing the chest line, the bridge from matter to spirit and spirit back to matter, which is really a beautiful way to end the session, bridging our connection to source. So I wish you all a wonderful day, and we'll see you all for Free Flow Friday.